fuck you up, nigga.
If you were an FBI agent,
That would fuck you up.
it would fuck me up, but it'd also be like, damn, I'm sorry you got. This is the detail that you got.
What do you mean? I get to be a comedian.
You have to be a comedian, but also it's like, but if you're an FBI agent undercover
Yeah. From Memphis, this long.
from Memphis this long, right? Sure, you get to be a comedian, but that's part of your cover. That means deep down you don't care about being a comedian.
I worked really hard at it.
Yeah, but that's because that's what I do, and you're trying to catch me. But unfortunately, I'm super boring.
But you're gonna slip up. That's why they got me on detail.
No, because
they have this for every brown person on Earth.
yeah. Oh God, and they're just waiting.
I mean, in America, every brown person in America got detailed an FBI secret agent to be their friend. Every best friend a brown person has that isn't brown is really an FBI agent.
Damn.
Just fucking y'all up. We're so deep covered.
Wow, what a sad, lonely life for both you guys, for both parties involved.
Why?
This is lonely for the
We keep
brown
terrorism
person.
down.
It's lonely for the brown person because, like, damn, my best friend's just keeping tabs on me. But then also, it's like, damn, you can't have any other friends. You know what I mean?
Also, I had to keep pursuing stand-up while you weren't around to let you make sure you believe. Like, no, Derek does stand-up.
Yeah, and like, what if you actually truly hate stand-up?
I don't like it.
Yeah, right?
It's fucking ridiculous. Hotels and fucking comedy and bitches.
How lonely is that?
Joke writing's hard.
Yeah, joke writing is man. Can you imagine?
Way harder than being an FBI agent.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, the FBI agent. You just have to not ask questions.
Well, I have to just not get caught, and you don't really ask a lot of questions either. So
No.
it's been pretty easy for me.
No, because I haven't been trying to hide anything yet. But stay tuned. Maybe I'll start the revolution.
That's
Maybe I'll start a
why I'm
revolution.
staying tuned.
Yeah,
As an FBI agent.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now I get where you're coming from.
Dude, every brown person's best friend. That's so funny. Hey, all y'all brown people, bro, question your best friends.
Yeah.
See what their motives are. Because you don't know, bro. The FBI is tricky.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
They would do some shit like that, some shit you don't suspect.
Yeah, they pretend to be your best friend. Sleep on your couch. Why would you do
Deep
that?
cover.
Yeah.
Yo, deep cover,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Deep. I've gone to family dinners with your family.
Yeah.
Like with your uncles and shit. Like
Yeah.
aunts. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's deep cover,
That's
man.
a lot. You know a lot. You know a lot. You were there.
I've invited you to stuff.
Yeah, you were there. My uncle was just taping everything with the video camera.
Yeah, that was
for no
hilarious.
reason.
For no reason, bro. We were just eating at a restaurant. Pretty hilarious. Pretty standard restaurant too. It wasn't like Peyton Manning was there. So we were like, yeah, have your phone out. But you know what else is crazy?
What?
I brought you to Vegas to a fake wedding.
Yeah.
My
that's
parents
true.
had a fake wedding, and then you met tons of fake friends.
Yeah.
Way too many unnecessary. If it was fake,
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
they're all FBI agents.
yeah.
Wow.
It was a reason for them to get together and go to Vegas.
Wow. And your dad,
Like my dad's really just one of my like.
when you're handlers, and he just makes sure from the Ricky Poston account to post random things on social media.
Yep. To keep it real.
To keep it real.
To keep you, bro, you have no. My whole family was all FBI. Everybody. When you met Sam's family that one time,
FBI agents.
FBI agents.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, how much did that fuck you up though? Because that would be some Truman Show level shit.
That would be a lot. That'd be yeah. Then I'd have to be like, what the fuck is real? Are all the people who listen to our podcast and comment on our YouTube, are they all FBI agents? It's like
everybody.
It's like, what the fuck?
Everybody.
To get me, there's actual terrorists out there. It's just
Then he'll be like, yo, what did I do?
yeah, what did I do? I just look like this.
No, it's like, bro, in a past life you did some shit.
Oh.
You did some shit so evil in a past life.
Nah,
we have
dude.
to check up on you in this life.
Dude, if you know what they say, like how you like we talked about this last episode, how you come up as somebody completely the opposite. Dude, I must have been like the most Christian person of all time. What are you talking about?
In your past life?
Yeah.
No, in your past life, dude, you ate people.
What?
You are a serial killer who ate human beings, but you weren't just a regular serial killer. You like like trying to think of a worse one. What can they do that's worse than
yeah,
eating
right.
people?
Also, it's like, this is my punishment for being a serial killer? This is pretty good punishment.
No, it's not your punishment. It's just this is the next life. That's what I'm saying. You were like Joffrey. You like ran India in your last life. You were like the president, and you were on some evil dictatorship, bro, and they couldn't get rid of you. You died of natural causes at like 99. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like some like oh my God, the things you did and got away with, and nobody could kill you, nobody could get close to you. You lived this fucking horrible life and didn't give a fuck, and you were a monster, vicious, one of the most vicious human beings to ever walk planet Earth. Like one of the people don't name their kids after you, all that shit. And now you're this.
That really does speak to me. That speaks to something in my soul.
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe
that you were
true.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Oh man, how I would love that.
And now this is his punishment. It's like, now just be a struggling comedian, and you might make it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it hard on you.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's pretty good. I
'cause
trust
it's-
in my abilities
Yeah,
still.
yeah,
You know.
and also,
what I mean?
there's no like, it's not like you're not gonna make it. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm still
No,
not.
there's a chance. There's a good chance.
I got
work
good odds.
hard. Yeah.
If I'm playing the odds right, if I'm betting, I'm betting on myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Definitely.
But for Genghis Khan inside of you, he's like, what is this? Eat somebody. Rape her. Rape her. Don't just be nervous. That's what Genghis Khan's yelling. Don't nervously talk to her. Fucking rape her. What are you doing?
For legal reasons, I'm gonna state that's not my internal monologue.
No, that's Genghis. No.
Oh,
it's like some Get Out. You know how Get Out,
Oh, it's like deep in my soul. There's just
Genghis
some guy
Khan, he's
screaming.
watching. No, it's not
"Rape
some
her."
guy. It's
Oh, Genghis Khan
and
screaming.
he's watching the life you live, and he's so fucking mad.
Yeah.
Because he's like all the things he would do, and that's his punishment for the life he lived.
Yeah, that's true.
And then in your next life, you're gonna like, watch something. You're gonna, when you die, that gang, he dies off. You only
Yeah.
have to do it twice.
Okay.
And then you, this is my afterlife. Everybody.
Right.
And then you now will go and watch whoever you're reincarnated, and you have to sit there and Get Out style and watch what they do.
Okay. And there's
know?
just gonna be some corporate stooge, probably. There's just something.
Yeah,
I
he's
would
gonna
like
be
suit.
some suit. It's gonna literally just be a suit. And
Yeah,
you're gonna
pencil
and you're
pusher.
gonna scream.
Yeah.
And be like, just kill me.
Yeah.
Fucking jump out that window. Jump.
Yeah.
And he's not. And he's gonna just go home. Hey, honey. And he's gonna have sex missionary. And he's
Only.
not gonna cheat on his wife. And he's
Yeah,
you're
but-
gonna be like, this guy sucks.
Yeah. There's no excitement. Zero excitement in this.
Zero.
life.
Like, no,
Yeah.
he
doesn't
is-
care about sports.
Nope. My nigga reads, but there's no
Yeah.
TV in his house.
Oh.
And yo, and the book he reads are like the dictionary and the
Yeah. The book's like the only books I would hate. Yeah. Oh
Just
God.
like this is worse than living.
Yeah. Oh God.
And that's gonna be for the sins you committed in this life.
Oh man.
You
know
see my afterlife?
Yeah,
You
know
like it?
I do like. You know what's funny? As crazy as it is, it still makes more sense than Ghost Dad. So you know,
good.
yeah, that was a
Yo,
good
bro,
one.
we need Howard Stern. What's up, nigga? What'd you say? You gotta have radio transitions.
Yeah, yeah.
We got him. We got him. We're getting good at him.
Yeah, before we do whatever movie you're here for this week, we gotta talk about Ghost Dad. And I mean, we don't have to talk. No one has to talk about Ghost Dad.
Hey, but on this podcast, we are somehow kind of it's like
kind of obligated to talk about Ghost
yeah.
Dad.
I guess there's no forcing, but we are obligated.
I think we're the only people that have talked about this movie at length that we have.
No, Bill Cosby definitely. Before he raped some poor woman, he talked to her about how great Ghost Dad is, and she had to be like, "Yeah," because she's trying to fuck him. So she's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I
oh
love
my
that."
God.
She never saw it. She's like, "Yeah, you're a Ghost Dad, right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
But not really a ghost. He's a spirit
More of
dad.
a
He's a spirit dad. Again, a lot of like.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched
Okay,
it.
good. I'm glad you did your homework.
Yeah.
What if you said no, Derek? I tried. And I'm like, bro, that's not fair.
I will say this. This is one of the movies where like my phone, like you know how sometimes your phone just to, like so like the time popped up, how much I have left, you know, because I got like a text or some shit, and then I was only halfway through the movie, and I was like,
It's only 70 minutes.
I know, that's a long. The Ghost Dad 70 is longer than the Cold Mountain 220.
No, the Cold Mountain 220
Oh,
is
not
literally
220.
5 minutes.
Cold Mountain 180, whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was Cold Mountain, whatever it was
Yeah.
5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Green Mile, 3 hours.
Yeah.
5 minutes long.
Yeah. Ghost
Dad, 70 minutes.
I'm motherfucking checking the time.
Longer than The Irishman.
That is, yeah. Oh my God. Like I
I
said,
love The Irishman. You never finished it.
I never finished it. I got halfway
But you watched
through.
first half. I mean, it's a good day.
Yeah.
How great was that first movie you watched?
First half, yeah, it was
You
great.
basically watched The Irishman Part 1.
Yes, he just got out of jail, and I was like, this is a good place.
Oh, yeah.
to-
You can, hey, dude, finish that second half whenever you get whenever you have a couple days.
yeah.
Free. You can finish The Irishman. Guess what? Still quicker than Ghost Dad.
Oh my God, Ghost Dad. Jesus.
Tell me what you thought about the movie. You gotta tell me about the movie.
Why in the fuck
What?
did you cast it? I looked up her age.
How old is she?
When she's 36.
In that scene.
Yeah, she's 30. His youngest daughter is 36.
Oldest daughter.
Yeah, oldest daughter. Sorry.
He's fucking her.
Yeah,
No, the real Bill Cosby in real life.
yeah, he must be. Oh my God, why is she in this fucking movie? She's not even close to looking 16-year-old.
What was her real name? We gotta look up and see if she's a part of the 70.
Oh no. The Amazon fact for that is she defended Bill Cosby, said she never made him. He never made her feel uncomfortable.
They fucked. They had regular sex.
Yeah,
He
probably.
had regular sex.
Yeah, I mean definitely.
He had regular sex.
Yeah, obviously it's Bill Cosby.
What if he didn't do it?
You know.
What if he fucking didn't do it? I know the last episode we made a hard stance that he did.
Yeah.
But that's what Spoil the Beans is all about.
Yeah.
It's about a fluctuating paradigm of life.
I mean, I'm still on the hard stances that he 100% totally did it. But if he didn't do it, bro, it would be like it. You know what it'd be like? It would be world shattering. It would be like,
just
whoa.
well, it was pretty world shattering that he did it.
Yeah, I know.
Just so you know.
I know. It'd be world shattering again. Just be like, what? He did it? That's fucking crazy.
Also, Hannibal Buress brought him down?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that situation?
Yeah, just off some random person filming his set, too.
Which is what the real crime was.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? The real crime? Don't film sets?
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Hassan?
Yeah, well, you don't film sets.
Okay, thank you.
Don't film sets.
Don't film sets. That's bad.
Yeah, that is bad. That being said, Hannibal must have been like, damn, my stock went up with that film set.
Oh, God, I would own. That's the bad stock. I don't want that stock. I don't. Yo, dude, there's some clout.
Yeah.
There's some clout. Especially when you're Hannibal Buress and you're a great comedian and your specials are fine and you're killing it anyway.
Yeah.
That's clout where I'm like, oh, no. I was just talking shit. Because also, you just
set.
Yeah, I think about all the horrible things you said, stand-up set, late night at clubs.
Right.
Where you were just talking shit.
Right.
And if you were famous, how it could, if you were famous.
Oh, man. Oh, you mean.
And somebody caught the right thing you said.
Oh, you mean the fucking out of context podcast we do every day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's so much. There's so much.
So, I'm sure that clout is like, now for us, it'd be, who cares?
Right.
We're not famous.
Yeah.
I could give a shit if we accidentally brought down a nigga for raping people.
Yeah.
Don't rape people. But do I think he did it?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm already back on that. I for a second, my high brain was like, yo, what if though, bro? What if he didn't?
But then you think about it and you're like, oh, wait. He did. Also, the fact that the reason why the Hannibal joke was so funny is he said it off the cuff because there's some truth to it. That's why it was funny. That's what it comes down to. That's what, like, the last line of defense is if you choose not to believe, I don't know, 70 fucking people. It's like, damn, why was that joke funny in the moment? Must have been some truth to it.
Why'd it go viral?
Why'd it go viral? It's a joke. Jokes only hit if people connect to the truth in it. Only. Even if it's a joke about fucking pencils, it's got to be a true fucking thing about pencils.
Where it's like, damn, nigga, that's a pencil.
Yeah.
That is what a pencil. Like, the joke makes your brain go, fuck, I couldn't put it any better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be real.
Or at least, like you said, some truth. Like you said, did he rape 70? No. Maybe 5. And that's the some truth.
Yeah, and that's 5 too many.
Yeah, it's definitely 5 too many.
Yeah, it's about
so 5 too many.
Yeah.
It's like my nigga. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what people want, man. Even if they're like, oh, bro, he just raped 2 people. I just believe the black women. Just the 2 black women. All right, he raped 2 people. Put him under the jail.
Yeah, that's
like, what do you want from me?
2 people too many.
Yeah, what do you want from me?
What are you talking about?
And guess what? And he only raped these 2 black women. Like, fuck that. That's even like now I'm mad. I'm mad always.
Yeah.
There's no situation where I'm not like he's a monster. I'm not like, oh, he only raped 2 black women. That's it. The other one of the white women were lying. Put the white women in jail, and you know what? Throw the black women in there too to prove a point. And let's give Bill some money.
Yeah.
Like, what do they want?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want, man? When people tell us that, God, we've gotten to that argument so many times.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't believe I keep getting into this argument.
That's why we keep talking about. You're like, why do they keep talking about it? This is a podcast. We've gotten to yelling matches
consistently. Yo, in the last couple months.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, when what years? No,
during COVID times when there are more pressing things to talk about.
We're in this house, in the living room, yelling about whether this nigga raped people or not.
Yeah.
And send us banners if this is happening in your house. And maybe this is like people are like, no, bro, this is happening everywhere. This is like
people. The Bill Cosby thing is a lot more nuanced than you think. Yeah,
it's like, oh nigga, there's a big divide.
Yeah.
But that being said, this 36-year-old woman definitely like, why are you in this role?
Yeah, why are you in this role? What the fuck? And then
you were the best person for the part.
Yeah, hell no.
First off, there is no part in this movie.
Yeah,
this movie has no parts.
Yeah, this movie, there's no character development. This movie it's a ghost movie, really. It's like what is it? I was like, what? The amount of people this had to go through that were like
yeses, so many yeses.
Yes, to be like, make it.
Bill Cosby though, that's a powerful 1992. You said it was 2 seasons left of Cosby Show.
2 seasons left of Cosby Show.
He's walking God of comedy right now.
Yeah. And it's just what? You know what I mean? It's why? would the hospital
Okay.
think he's the cab driver, and he has no ID on him, and they give him the cab driver's name in the hospital? Just cause. Fuck it. All right, we're gonna guess that he's this guy.
I guess, but you're supposed to like not judge it hard. The moment elevator falls and nobody like they don't evacuate the building.
Yeah.
Out of pure like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. This seemed to be an excuse for just Bill Cosby to make faces in front of a camera.
Which is so interesting though, because the Cosby Show is probably one of the best well-written things I've ever on television.
Yeah.
Am I wrong there? One of the best well-written things on television.
Unbelievably well-written show.
Doesn't make sense how well-written it is. Mm-hmm. And the character development, the character growth of all the children. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And him and the wife and everybody. It doesn't make, like Theo's character growth. It's insane.
Yeah, Theo's character growth is amazing.
What is this?
Yeah.
How did you make this? How is this the same guy?
I did think that. How is this the same people? How is this to be like? Because there's no writing in this. No. The ghost world is incredibly inconsistent when he's a ghost and when he's not.
And who is this English guy?
Yeah, who is this English guy? Why does he go through things sometimes and is able to touch things at other times? Well, they don't go into that. They don't go into when you can't see him.
The kids don't care about his death at all.
No, my God. They are very nonchalant about the fact that they're orphans now. They're like, to the point where they're arguing with him and being like, hey, I know you're dead, but fuck you. You're not helping me.
Yeah, not for like the reasons that you would think.
Yeah. Like he scares the boy away, which, I mean, again, it's hard. This whole thing is hard because she's 36. Yeah. So the whole situation's fucked up. Because like you can see how a young girl would fall for a guy like that in the movie, especially in the movie world. But she's a 36-year-old woman. That's what makes it like, what the fuck? How does this guy?
Did you get the sexual tension that I was talking about?
Yeah.
Between them?
My God, yeah.
The Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. No, the way they looked at each other. It was just like, damn, there's mad sexual tension here.
Oh my God. Yo, you fucked that lady, fool. They had regular sex.
They must have. They absolutely must have. How do you get that part?
That nigga was clapping her cheeks, dog. She's hot, too.
She's very hot. Which also, like, the whole, like, no boys ever talk to me doesn't make any sense.
It's like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, you're gorgeous. And you go to high school and you're 30. All the guys would try to talk to you.
Because they'd be like, who is this fucking 30-year-old?
Yeah, in our class.
Whose mom's here? She's a mom.
She's a mom, yeah.
She's 30-something. She's a mom.
Yeah.
She's 36.
She's
She's
36.
literally old enough to be someone's mom.
Yeah.
She could have had a young baby.
If she had a baby at 20, she'd be going to school with her kid. Easily.
So what is this?
Yeah. And then, like,
at 20, fool. So let's say she had the baby at 16.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, the baby's a senior.
Yeah.
You're a senior.
Yeah.
This makes all the sense in the world.
and then the whole you got to choose life over death thing at the end. It's like, what is that? Where did that come from?
Also, all of a sudden she's like, my life sucks. This is the best life. And it's like, what? They lived a good middle class life. It's not like they're in the hood.
Yeah. Just because one boy. Your dad scared away one boy who was an asshole?
The worst. This guy's the worst.
Yeah.
He was worse than the white boy on House Guest, even though they're the same character, which is interesting. It's like, what was this white boy in the 90s that black people hate it?
Yeah.
I get why. You see that guy, you're like, oh, that guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy does suck. But I just, at the end of the day, the moral of the story of Ghost Dad is that she's 36. That's the only
his oldest daughter.
That's the only takeaway from this movie.
Also, this one doesn't make sense. The youngest daughter, cast perfectly. Oh, youngest son, cast literally like yeah. That's exactly what he would look like and what she would look like.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then the oldest daughter, who clearly should have just been the wife.
Right. Clearly.
Clearly should have just been the wife, and then it'd have been like, bro, at least now I don't have to. I'm not saying the movie makes sense, but I'm saying, but at least now I don't have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't have, every time I'm on screen, it's like, damn, look at this beautiful grown woman.
Yo, way older than me, nigga.
Yeah, older than me.
I'm not 30 yet. I'm 29. This bitch is 36 in the movie. She's 74 now.
This makes zero sense. It makes zero.
How old is she actually? 74 now?
What?
In 1990, she's 36.
In 1990, she's 36, and that was 30 years ago, so she's 64.
66,
sorry, my bad.
Dude, my God.
She's 66 now.
My God.
Yeah.
She saw.
Yeah, and look for her in the new High School Musical. Will she be playing the new black freshman girl? They haven't had one of those yet, have they?
You're something wrong with you. I would say this about Ghost Dad. It's the greatest movie of all time, and I believe that. And you should watch it.
With a friend. If you watch it alone,
Bro, watch that shit with a friend, fool.
Yeah, watch it with a friend.
And enjoy.
Yeah. That's a good with a friend movie.
Where you're like,
where you're not trying. Yeah.
And then debate Bill Cosby. Did he rape or did he not rape?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really what the movie is about.
Yeah,
I think.
that's a good way to spend what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Holiday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Just any day of the week. That's a good day. Ghost Dad and Bill Cosby debate.
Did he do it? Did he not?
It's the new Netflix and chill. Ghost Dad and Bill Cosby.
He did that.
He definitely did it. Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's
Yeah.
how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at Spoil the Beans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us from
Poston, Sanamad.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
What they really want from a nigga.
What do they want?
Dude, I think that's the age-old fucking question.
Besides staying out of our neighborhoods, what else do they
Aside.
want? What else do they want?
Because you're not even white and you're saying that.
Well,
that
that's
hurts.
how we feel too.
I know. Everybody feels that way. And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Cut to a bunch of fucking Mexicans moving in a black neighborhood and they're like,
Yeah, the fuck? Yeah.
no, they coexist. They don't like each other, but they coexist.
You would know better than me.
I'm just meaning like in the hood and shit.
Oh, okay.
There's Mexican people in like the hoods of like LA and stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah, they have to coexist.
Right.
But like that's why you see them have problems in movies though. I'm sure in real life.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take a guess on this one and guess in real life.
I'm
as
sure
well.
that different races have problems with each other in real life.
Ooh, when they have to
It's
coexist too, when they're
really,
forced.
really safe bet.
When they're forced to live amongst each other.
Yeah.
People do not like that.
No.
What's going on over there with you guys that throw rocks at each other? The brown people, they don't like each other because somebody's like, this is my land. The other people are like, this is not my land. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God. It's been a million years.
Well, if it's your land, even if it's been your house, if it's your house for a million years, it's your fucking house.
But it's neither one of their houses.
That's how they feel. They feel that it's both their house.
But they're going to kill each. But it's like, no, you don't feel like it's both your houses because you hate the other one.
No, I mean, one feels like it's definitely our house, not the other person's house, and the other side feels the exact same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a wash.
They're going to defend their house.
But you see my problem now. Do you see where I'm kind of having a little bit of a problem?
Right. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you try to just manufacture a country. People are going to be like, well, this is.
Yeah, people don't like that.
Yeah. Well, the people already there are going to be like, wait, what? We live here already.
And then, also, you're on whose side?
Huh?
Whose side are you on?
Oh, I'm neutral leaning Palestinian.
Yeah.
How about that?
I love you.
That's what I
That's
am.
all right. I'm neutral leaning
I'm
Palestinian.
neutral leaning
But you're not for the fights.
No, I mean, it's like,
You're not for fighting.
because at a certain point, it's like, this is what it is. What can you do?
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to find a way to to coexist, maybe? I don't know. I don't know that much about it to keep talking
Well, you know who
about it.
does know a lot about it and who
Who?
has the best opinion on it?
Oh,
Darren Bates.
Darren Bates.
That's
absolutely.
why you follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, you follow him on Instagram, DARENBATES, and you message him, you DM him, and you ask him.
You say the bean sent you.
The bean sent you.
And then you ask him.
What are your thoughts on Israel versus Palestine? And that's probably
Because he knows more about it than anyone we know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like NFL players' opinions on, especially
Israel and Palestine.
listen to the Raw Room.
Yep.
A podcast about sports from two different perspectives of NFL players, and a podcast about Israel and
versus
Palestine.
Palestine. Yep.
I mean, if anybody would know anything about versus,
Yeah, it's two sports guys.
so I don't know who could break that down better.
Yep. I mean, it's the only thing to do. So go to DARENBATES, Darren Bates, Wesleyan _son 56. Ask him about Israel versus Palestine.
And say the beans.
And say, yeah, both those things.
Hey, Darren, you paid for that. Oh, son, God, dude.
Yep.
You're so fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
Didn't know what I was gonna say, huh?
Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a compliment. Now I feel all Fuzzy inside.
Well, that's because you're gay. Isn't that right, buddy?
Oh, well, maybe.
There we go. We're making progress, Beans.
Yeah.
Well, while we got you pretty gay,
Mm-hmm.
while we got you as kind of gay, you're leaning gay.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor?
Neutral leaning Palestine.
You're neutral leaning Palestinianly gay.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Really fast?
Okay.
Can you tell me what happens in a film?
Mm-hmm.
The reason they're all here?
Mm.
Brian's song.
Huh. Okay. I know a fair amount about this. This is about Gale Sayers and his relationship with his friend named Brian who dies. So it's like Gale, he gets to the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears are like, oh, we're not ready for black players all the way yet. They're like, this is the 60s. That's what they say. Or the 50s, or whenever Gale played. Or maybe was it the 40s? In that zone, 40 through 60. And they're like, we're still... This is this America, you know?
Uh-huh.
That's what they say that. And then...
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah. And then, but there's one guy who's not like that. Brian, the white guy.
Uh-huh.
He's like, come on, Gale, let's be friends. And then they become
Come on,
friends.
Gale.
Yeah, hey, Gale.
I like
let's
how
be
you talk.
friends. Yeah, Gale, let's do this. And then the friends.
Because Gale might as well just replace Gale with girl, and he's just a gay guy.
Yeah. And then
Come on, girl.
Yeah. Gale gets injured or something, and Brian helps him through his injury.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he comes back from the injury. I'm not quite sure, actually. Or if it cut his career short. Regardless. And then Brian...
Oh, you don't know Gale's career?
Yeah, I know he gets like a massive leg injury. I don't remember if he's the first one to come back from that type of injury. Like I think it was like an ACL or something like that. And at the time, players didn't come back from that, but he might have been the first one. I can't quite remember.
Because you knew about him. That's what I was like. That's what
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and then
I guess you'll find out here in a second.
yeah, so we'll
But
find out.
you said it a second ago. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Brian gets sick, and Gale's like, "No, Brian." Sad. Bears.
What happens? Bears?
Yeah.
And Walter Payton comes.
Yeah. And then it's a whole different...
80s, baby. Well, you were right about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That Gale's... This is about Gale Sayers and a guy named Brian. I'm
Right.
assuming you don't know his last name.
It starts with a P.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say the actor, so I'm assuming you don't know who's in this.
No, I don't know who's in this.
You don't know who's in this.
No.
This is a TV film. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It's a TV film. This is
Wow.
a very classic movie.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
I knew it was a classic movie.
This is a big-time movie.
I've heard of. That's why I know so much about it. I've heard of Brian's song. I've heard people talk about Brian's song.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to, how your eyes feel.
Yeah, I'm ready to cry.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what you thought. If you knew this is about football and you just might die at the end, I don't know what else you're expecting coming.
I'm ready to cry.
I was crying like a baby this morning.
Jesus.
It's fucking great.
Oh man, here we go.
Get yourself in football mind.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the things you like too.
I know.
A great movie with sports.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Here we go.
This movie's fucking awesome, man. Holy shit. This movie's awesome. Oh yeah, you were wrong about a lot of other stuff though.
Okay.
Mostly everything else.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say. I was like, what did I meant to tell you? Oh yeah, you were wrong about mostly everything other than like the basic facts.
Okay.
Brian's song.
Right.
That's how it starts.
Okay.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Brian's song. We see home of the Chicago Bears on a big sign. All right. We see a cab pulling into the practice facilities. You hear a voiceover. This is a story about two men, Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo, competing for the same job.
Oh damn.
Starting running back for the Chicago Bears.
Oh damn.
One white, one black. This story is about how they met each other, fought each other, and eventually helped each other. This is a true story. And this is this movie is it says biography. It doesn't even say movie.
Oh wow.
They went there.
Okay.
We see Gale in the cab. He hops out, shows up for practice.
Mm-hmm.
We see Brian Piccolo running up to the cab.
Right.
Brian Piccolo starring our lead in this. Well, our two leads in this equal. Brian Piccolo, James Caan.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn. It's our second James Caan movie.
Second James Caan movie.
Crazy.
Billy D. Williams is Gale Sayers.
Billy D. Williams?
Billy D. Williams.
Damn.
Oh yeah, dude. This movie's for the real. That's why this movie's so fucking good and the acting's so good.
Damn. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm in.
They run up and they talk about, like, they start talking, and Brian Piccolo. Also in the I forgot to say, the narrator said one guy barely spoke at all, the other one never stopped talking.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we see Brian Piccolo and he meets him and he starts talking about how, hey, remember me? We met before. And Gale's like, shakes his head like, no, I don't remember you.
Okay.
And he's like, are you kidding me? We talked. We said how we're both gonna play for the Bears. Isn't that crazy? And then you said, literally, you just looked at me. You said, uh-huh. You don't remember that? I thought that was funny. That was all you said. You just looked at me and said, uh-huh. And then Gale looks at him and he's like, uh-huh.
All right.
So Piccolo, like, he's like, all right. So he's like, I got to go talk to Coach Hallis.
Okay.
Coach George Hallis.
Hallis.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Legendary shit in this fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
what years take place?
this is in the 60s. This
60s,
is the 61 or 62, something like that.
Okay, 60s.
One of those early 60s.
Okay.
So the movie came out in 71, though.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this movie came out in 51. It's a fucking trip.
It's a mind fuck beyond belief.
Yeah.
Especially the Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo, who had to watch it going, what? What? Can we avoid this?
Quick, somebody else draft me.
Yeah, let's just, or one of us.
Yeah.
Let's separate. Let's see if we can avoid this.
Yeah.
So, Piccolo tells him, like, oh, you're about to go see Coach. Remember, make sure you talk on the right side of his ear. He's like, huh? He's like, back in the war, Coach went deaf on the left side of his ear, so you have to talk on the right side of his ear or he won't hear you. And Gale goes, uh-huh. He doesn't talk yet.
Right.
And he goes, hey, man, us rookies got to stay together, right? Gale runs off. Credits are still rolling.
Okay.
This the whole time, mind you.
Okay.
All right? So Gale heads into the facility, and he goes into the office, Coach George Hallis. He's like, George Hallis obviously excited to see him. This is his star number 1 draft pick. This is his superstar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Sayers, how you doing? Get on in here, son. I'm George Hallis. And, Gale's like, everyone knows who you are.
Yeah,
sir.
holy shit.
You're fucking George Hallis.
George Hallis.
And the coach is, the actor's, remember the owner in motherfucking The Replacements?
Oh, yeah.
Not Gene Hackman, the coach, but the
yeah,
owner.
Yeah,
it's him. He's the
drives
coach.
him around.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's the coach in this.
Okay.
So he's like, how's that knee doing? He's like, oh, it's doing good. Whoop, whoop. He's like, you played in the college all-star game. So that's why you're 3 weeks late. That's why everybody else is practicing and he's not there.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
He's like, so you're 3 weeks behind everybody. He's like, and we got 3 other backs here, Brian Piccolo, another guy named Kuzmak, and like another guy. Okay. And they're all good. That classic, like, hey, you're going to have to, I know you're the top guy, but you're 3 weeks behind and you're going to have to earn your shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
coach.
Well, obviously, it's George Hallis.
Yeah.
He was like, it's going to be a crowded backfield. And then I love Gale Sayers doesn't say anything. He just smiles and goes, I just want my fair shot. And he goes, well, okay. He's like, good. He's like, but just in case it doesn't work out, I want you to know, maybe be willing to mix it up. We're thinking about maybe putting some backs at receiver. A lot of people are doing that now. People are just started doing that.
Yeah.
It's like people are doing that now, and you caught the ball a little bit at Kansas. You got pretty good hands. He's like, also, you're going to have to learn how to pick up blitz packages differently because in the NFL, it's a whole different game than college, And he's like, yes, sir. While he's doing all this, what's his name? Fucking Gale Sayers keeps standing on the right side of him.
Okay.
So he's constantly like moving around. And finally, Coach Hallis is like, boy, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm just trying to make sure I'm staying on your good side of your ear. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Brian Piccolo, he's like, it hits him like, oh, that mother.
That's a great practical. That's a good
it's just, it ain't like, I was not going to get you in trouble, but it's just to make you feel stupid.
Yeah, it's going to make you feel stupid. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. I guess it's not comparable at all, but it just reminded me of a time.
Okay, it's not comparable to the Gale Sayers situation, but
it reminded me of a time there was a at the store there was an outside promoter coming in, and he kept on calling him Chris D'Elia, right? And the outside promoter had Chris headlining the show, so me and Jesus convinced him that Chris D'Elia only likes it when you call him by his full name.
Chris D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia. I was working a lot, so I never got to see what went down. But
hopefully the right thing.
Yeah, hopefully what we wanted to go down went down.
Well, I can only pray. I can only pray and hope and worship.
Yeah.
That really went down the way it went down.
that went down the way I wanted it to.
God, I really hope so, bro.
Yeah.
So at lunch, Gail's sitting down, he's eating. Piccolo comes and he sits right next to him. And Gail's obviously like he hates this guy.
Right.
Obviously. He's like, fucking, I don't like this guy anymore.
Right.
A veteran gets up and he starts giving a speech about how they're handing, hey, Rook, you're going to be getting your playbooks tomorrow. This veteran, actor Bernie Casey.
Okay.
I looked him up because I was like, man, this guy, he's been in a million blaxploitation movies.
Okay.
And he was the teacher in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, wow.
That guy.
Oh, wow.
Looked him up a little further. First round number 9 draft pick by the San Francisco 49ers in 1961.
Damn.
He was a badass for y'all.
Damn.
For like 7 years, and then 6 years. Then he played for the Rams for like a year or 2 years.
Damn, what a career.
And then he went right in acting.
Looked even further. Turns out he's a lizard.
Then looked even further.
Yeah.
It turned out he was born a lizard in the mountains of Montana.
Yeah. Really, really interesting life.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's wild.
That guy was a first round draft pick by the Niners in 1960.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Crazy.
Sorry, you
Receiver.
had to go through those teams, but
you did.
those were not good Niners teams.
That's why we got the acting. That's why he got the acting. So, he's giving a speech and he's saying how, you get your playbooks, tomorrow. If you lose it, it's going to cost you $1,000. $1,000 fine if you lose your playbook. While he's giving this speech, Piccolo keeps messing with Gale Sayers.
Right.
He's saying shit in his ear, making him mad.
Right.
And then Gale's finally like, dude, shut the fuck up talking to me. And the vet goes, hey, Mr. Sayers, you got something to say? And Gale's like, he's like, stand up. And Gale's like, fuck,
Yeah.
And he's like, interrupting a veteran during a meeting, that's a $25 fine. I expect that $25 tomorrow, partner. And then Gale's like, I can dig that, yes, sir.
Damn.
And he sits back down, and Piccolo's laughing. Like, sorry, man. So you can see these guys. This would obviously make you. How much you not like
this
this
is
nigga
mad.
now?
Yeah, this would make me mad.
You're like, oh, I don't like this nigga.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
And we're competing for the same job already, so it's
I'm gonna
like
kick his ass. I'm gonna fucking destroy him on the field.
I'm fucking Gale Sayers too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I was that Nick. I'm a number 1 draft pick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking don't play with me. So the coach says, right then the vet notices Piccolo laughing. Yeah, Piccolo's a rookie too.
Right.
He's like, hey rookie, hey Piccolo, why don't you stand up too? And now Gale Sayers sits down. Now Piccolo's standing, but he's like way more confident. He's not like a shy guy.
Right.
And they're like, hey Piccolo, why don't you sing us a song? And he's like, okay, what do you want? They're like, how about your fight song from Wake Forest? And he smiles. He's like, of course. And he starts singing it. Oh, here's to Wake Forest. And everybody's like, ah! Like everyone's like laughing. Classic rookie shit. They're all laughing and hazing and booing him and throwing stuff at him.
Yeah.
And he's all singing all like, he doesn't care. And while this is happening, Gale Sayers is taking all the mashed potatoes off his plate and putting them under him. Like just calmly.
Yeah.
And then he sits down and he sits in it. And he's like, whoosh, and he's like, and he looks, and Gale Sayers just like looks at him like, he doesn't say it, but the face is like, bitch, and he walks off.
Okay.
And Piccolo's,
They're starting off contentious.
said they fight.
They said, yeah, well, it's following the roadmap that was given to us.
This is following the roadmap.
Yeah.
So the next morning they're at practice, getting after it. Fucking, it's cool too because like they actually got the Bears approval with this because they're wearing Bears
stuff.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like Chicago Grizzlies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is kind of, I get it.
No, this is bad. This is bad. Also, the Bears would
cool
want
C,
the Bears would want this.
Oh yeah, it's a great. It's
It's a great
great
story.
for them.
Yeah.
Amazing story.
It's also 1971 NFL, so they don't have
the best publicity probably. Huh?
Yeah, they don't have the best. They're by far not. They're not number 1. It's baseball.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
yeah,
60s.
definitely.
Yeah. So it's like you can get away. We can get away with a little more.
Yeah.
This makes the NFL look better. You probably don't have to pay that much, if anything.
Well, you're talking about for this movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is 70s, I guess the movie would have come out.
Right, but still, even in the 70s, it's still not number
it's
one.
not the number 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
not at all. It's just growing. So this definitely helps. You're like, oh yeah, this,
Yeah.
more of this. So, we see Gale's killing it at practice.
Right.
Rookie, but I mean, this dude's clearly that fucking dude. You know what I mean? We see Piccolo at practice getting blasted, just getting boom. Their players, they show them race their 40s, and they have Piccolo and Gale race, and Gale just smokes him, right? And he's so smooth when he's running too. Billy D. Williams did a good job of like imitating Gale Sayers' running style, just super smooth, chewing gum. You know what I mean? Like confident. You know. And then after he beats him, Gale kind of looks at him and he smiles, and then Piccolo's like, he's breathing heavy, and he's like, well, it's working. And then Gale's like, what's working? And he's like, Piccolo goes, I'm getting you overconfident, and he walks off. And Gale's like,
wow.
That's a good line. That is a good line if a nigga just beat you to still, like, how can I get in his head here?
Yeah, that's a good get in the headline.
Yeah. So at night, we see Piccolo outside, and he's working on his own. Yeah. And he's just working on the plays. Mm-hmm. You see him just like working, you know what I mean? Just like 82 toss, and he's just going through his. You can tell
going through the playbook.
He's trying to make. He's also trying to make the team.
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't know if he's gonna make the team or not.
Right.
So, Gale, while he's doing this, Gale walks up, and like he's like, yo, you know what you up to out here, man? He's like, hey, unlike you, we're not all a shoo-in to make this team. Like we're not all top draft picks, right? You know. And he's like, that's why I'm out here working hard on this. Like, he's working on this special option pass. He was like, because I can do this. Mm-hmm. He's like, I have a great arm, and that separates me from the rest of you guys. So he's like, I'm going to let Coach know this, and I'm just, he's telling him, like, basically, I'm going to do anything to make this fucking team, man.
I got to do what I got to do.
I got to do what I got to do. I love this game. And Gale listens to him, and you can tell he kind of likes it, and then he gives him advice on, like, how to run that play, like, how to do that better.
Right.
And then he's like, thank you, man. And then Gale just walks away, doesn't say anything. And he goes, hey. Usually when people say thank you, people say you're welcome. And Gale goes, I know. And he walks off.
Damn. Cocky.
Gale Sayers, dude.
Yeah.
The Kansas Comet. That was his nickname at Kansas.
That's a great nickname.
Oh, he broke all the records at Kansas. Still holds them. Dude was the man, bro.
Jesus.
So, practice, goes on, and you hear the coaches in the office making their cuts. And they're doing it, bro. It's like, wow, they nailed this. Because the way they're doing it, with the GM in there, too, it sounds like how they do it in real life.
Okay.
They're like, all right, what about Charles? Cut. All right, Zukowski? Cut. Pollard. Shoot him in the head. He's fucking terrible. Get him out of here. Shouldn't have been here in the first place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they are being ruthless with the cuts.
Okay.
Like, oh, can't block. Get him out. This part, right? They say, what about Sayers? And they all look at each other and they all laugh. Like it was like, the joke to even say his name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clearly he's making the team.
What do you mean? We're paying him. All right.
Yeah.
We're paying him. He got his contract.
Yeah.
So, and then they go Piccolo. And it's a split. Most of the coaches want to cut him. Some of them are like, actually, I like his work ethic. I like his toughness. Let's get him to the next round, and then we'll see from there.
Right.
So they give him, he makes it through the first cuts.
Right.
So they keep going through practice, training camp. Another day goes by. Gale calls, the coach calls to see Gale in his office.
Right.
And it's the coach, Hallis, and the vet, the guy, the Bernie Casey guy, the actor.
Right. Yeah.
That's his real name, but in the movie he plays some guy. He plays like a safety for the Bears, but that's who he is, right?
Okay.
So he's the vet of the team. You know what I mean? Like clearly the captain. And they sit Gale down and they go, "Hey, we wanted to talk to you." And the coach goes, "Look, Gale, I'm an old timer coach, and I do things the old school way, and that's all I know. But there's a new wave coming. Like there's a new way of doing things coming, and a new way of living, and I got to get on board too." And Gale goes, "Wow, I already know. You want me to play receiver. You want me to get out of running back. You don't want me to be running back." And he goes, "The hell are you talking about? You're definitely going to be a running back.
Right.
You're going to be a star running back. Yeah. The fuck are you? What?
Yeah. What are you?
Have you been in practice?
What are you reading into?"
Yeah, it's also like, what? Because I said that one thing the first time we met.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you were going to play. I hadn't seen you play yet. Also from Gale, like from his point of view, it's like, nigga, what? I was just saying.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know, like, hey, I wasn't going to give you the starting job.
Yeah. You had to earn it. Which you did.
Which you did. That's why, you're definitely going to be our... Have you been at practice?
Yeah, what's going on?
Have you noticed you've been running with the ones?
Yeah.
Like, you noticed that, right? So, he's like, no, it's not that, you dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And they go, we want you and Brian Piccolo to room together. It's never happened before.
Oh, black guy, white
sports.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
1961.
Okay.
That's what this movie's about. That's why this movie's pretty dope. Yeah, bro. It's pretty cool how they get because like, damn, bro. And then it was the safety's idea.
Okay.
And he breaks it down. He goes, hey, we're going to have it roommates not regarding race by position. You and Piccolo are going to room together. Then it's going to be a big deal. We want it to be you because, and the vet lets him know we want it to be you because it's like, if you do it, it's
it'll
big
become
deal.
normal. Yeah.
You're Gale Sayers. You're
Right.
the biggest draft pick. You're this already this phenom.
Yeah.
If you're rooming with a white guy, he lets him know like you can do like you know what I mean. He was like letting him know like, hey bro, like of course I can do it, but who cares if you do it?
It's a thing.
It's a fucking thing.
Right.
Fucking cool shit, bro. And Gale Sayers is like, I love this. Gale Sayers goes, is that all this was about? And then he was like, hey, and then he goes, I thought this was like a real meeting or something. I thought I was in trouble. And then the vet gets mad. He goes, this is real. The fuck are you talking about, man? He's like, everywhere you go, do you know what you're getting into? Every crowd, every interview, all the other teams, every black player, every black person and black player in America is going to be calling you an Uncle Tom. And every white person and white player in America is going to be calling you a nigger. And that's from San Francisco to down south to New York, wherever we go. Do you understand what we're getting? Like, what you're like? Like, nigga, do you know what you're signing up for?
Right. This
ain't no fucking game, man. You're getting in some Jackie Robinson territory, dude. People aren't going to be cool with this.
God.
What?
That's a crazy position to be put in. Does he care? Does Gale still not care?
No, he's saying this now. Yeah. It hit him like,
okay.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, fuck, this is real.
Yeah.
You know? And then the coach looks at the coach, and the coach is like, this will be severe, Gale. Like, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then they're like, what do you say? And then he doesn't say anything, right? Cut to Gale's unpacking his stuff in a room, and he's kind of mad about it, but he's doing it.
Right.
Piccolo walks in.
Okay.
And Piccolo's like, the fuck are you doing in here, man? Like, why are you unloading your shit in my room? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, what?
What's going on?
And then he's like,
they didn't warn Piccolo about it?
Gale goes, we're rooming together. Mm-hmm. And Piccolo's like, well, that's terrific. They didn't ask me or tell me anything. Right? Which I get. Yeah. He's not even a He's just like, what?
Well, no, because now Piccolo's going to go through this shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
not as bad as Gale, but he's still going to go through some
I'm
shit.
signing up for this as well.
Yeah.
But I love this scene. This scene's awesome, dude.
Okay.
You ready? He goes, they didn't ask me. They didn't tell me. And then I look, Gale looks like he goes, what? Well, you want me out? Like, what's up, man? Like I'm not going to go through this with you. You want me out or not? Say it.
Right.
And then he's like, no, stay here. I'm just sorry. It's not even you. I'm just really mad that I didn't get any playing time in the scrimmage today. I thought that was like, damn, that is what.
That's what he's truly mad about.
That's because it is it not though. They're like, oh, you're like I'm about to get cut, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he's worried about. And then he's like, fuck, you're not gonna get any PT, but whoop, and they're gonna get rid of me for sure, right? So he notices that Gale's married, and he's like, oh, I'm married too. So they start talking. They start talking about being married and shit like that. And then Piccolo's like, man, I gotta, my wife wants me to call her, but there's no way I can. I know I'm about to get cut. Like, I know they're cutting me. I'm not even gonna call her. It'll ruin it, right?
Right.
And then while he's saying, he just keeps going on and on because he's a talker. Gale's just sitting there and he's got a football in his hand. He's throwing it up, and then he goes, man, they're not gonna cut you. Brian Piccolo's like, stops talking. He goes, they wouldn't have done this to us unless we both already made the team, bro. And like, he says it offhandedly, and Piccolo's like.
Sense. Yeah,
absolutely. It hits him, but it hits him.
That I made the team.
I just made the fucking Chicago Bears.
Yeah. The Bears.
That's fucking dope, bro.
That's a good way to find out.
I thought that was a cool way to. I thought that was fucking really cool way to find out.
That's a cool way to find out.
He's like, oh shit, and Piccolo comes and he grabs him and he picks him up. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, we're calling our wives right now. We fucking made the Bears. And Gale's like, all right. And he's like, because now he's happy for him too.
Yeah.
And so they go down the room and they're gonna go make their calls, and all the vets are all standing there and they all have cans of chili, and they're like, hey boys, Coach just told us you made the team. Welcome to the Bears. And they're like, oh shit. And then they take off running. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they get Hayes.
And that's how that scene is.
That's dope. That's
fucking
dope.
That's fucking dope. Super dope. So
what did the rookies have to do? Darren, you listen to this. What did you have to do for your rookie things?
Ooh, because we watch Hard Knocks. I've asked them this before because I watch Hard Knocks. They always make them go down to the front and do some goofy shit.
Or they do something. Yeah,
something.
So
I know Darren had to do something. Or there was some form of hazing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Beaners? We're going to find out from our sponsor, the NFL player.
Yeah.
And we'll bring that information right back to you in a long time, whenever this episode comes out.
Yeah, this is going to be a while for everybody.
Not for them. No, to them it just comes out. That's so funny. But to us, it's like, nigga, we did this a month ago.
Yeah, we're gonna get a message from Darren like, what is he talking about?
It's just Darren like, they put toilet paper on my ass and put a carrot in my mouth.
Yeah,
and we're like,
what?
Why did he send me that?
Yeah.
Fuck the Rams. I'm like, what? What does this have to do with anything?
Yeah.
So, cut to, we see them having their first game. And I thought this was cool. They use the real footage.
Oh, wow.
So you see the real footage of Gale Sayers playing the Niners. They're playing the Niners. breaking a fucking nasty run on you boys. I'm
Oof,
sorry.
oof.
Yeah, but it looks nice
Oof.
when you see it.
It still hurts.
Still, even at 61.
Even the game I've never knew existed. It hurts.
This nigga was really good, bro.
Yeah.
Like, as a rookie, you're like, oh, that's why you brought. Yes, he infamously had a very short career.
Right.
But in his short career, he still was in a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
One of the greatest to ever do it. Like, one of the people consider him one of the best running backs of all time in his 6-year career.
Crazy.
Or 5-year career, something like that.
I don't even think it's that long.
I think it was 5, maybe 4 to 6.
I think it was 4. I think it was something crazy short.
It was 4. It might have been 6 because I looked at it earlier. That's
Yeah.
why I think it's 5 to 6, but it could have been 4. But it was very short nonetheless.
Yeah, but that's
to be a Hall of Famer and considered one of the greatest of all time, and your stats are still crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
He went off.
It's the beauty of modern medicine, right? It's like now players come back from injuries way worse than that, but back then it was over.
It was over, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, he's raping your Niners.
Okay, well, Jesus.
What do you want? He was doing it. I didn't do it.
All right. All right.
So they show so they'll show like the real shots of the footage of the game,
Right.
and then great shots of James Conn on the sideline at the game.
Okay.
Like they let him actually be on and they let them get shots during the actual game.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool too. Not that actual game, like
Alright.
a game now, like a Bears game in
okay.
the 70s.
Okay.
Like he's on the sideline, like where they're playing the Niners, and
Okay. It looks cool.
yeah, because it goes from real footage to that.
Okay.
And you're like, oh shit, he's at the game.
Okay.
You know, so. Cut to after the game, they're interviewing and they're talking to Gale, and Piccolo's locker's right next to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how great of a game he had and just as a rookie and all this stuff. And Piccolo's cracking jokes on him while they're talking, and they're like, "Hey, you're his roommate, aren't you? How does it feel having the first like interracial players rooming in sports? How you know what that's like?" And then Piccolo's like, "It's no problems at all, as long as this guy doesn't use the bathroom." And he's like, "Dude, right?"
Yeah.
Cut to like, and then Gale's like but they're kind of laughing, like, "Oh, they're
Right.
getting a little cooler."
Okay.
So more footage of Gale destroying teams.
Okay.
Just destroying teams, right? And Piccolo saying, "Damn, bro, you ain't got to be so good." Like you hear, as he's destroying teams, you hear the voiceover of him and like, "Damn, bro, you don't have to be so good. I kind of want to play too."
Yeah.
Right? Cut to, they're at a dinner together,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now they're friends.
Okay.
Like now they're their
They're
wives
boys.
are there.
Okay. Okay. They're
Yeah.
boys.
Oh, they're boys now.
Yeah.
Piccolo's telling a great story of how Gale Sayers, this last week broke this long, like 60-yard touchdown run off this one play, 32 toss, right? And how he's this great story. So like the way he's telling the story, you can tell like, oh, he's just a great talker,
Yeah.
you know? And then he's making everybody laugh and everybody's listening. And he's saying how the next play the coach put him in, they called the next drive the coach put him in called the same play. And he gets blasted. He's like, I got literally destroyed. I couldn't see it straight, dude. And then and then Gale Sayers like, "Man, you were so black and blue after that game. I thought I was rooming with another color player again." And they all start laughing.
Right.
And then he's like, "Oh shit, everybody, Gale Sayers speaks. Did you know Gale Sayers speaks?" And everybody's like, "Whoa!" Right?
Yeah.
So like now, just to show, like they're showing now, like, oh, these dudes
they're
are
tight. They're tight. Yeah.
So, cut to the next game. They're playing the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And in Piccolo's locker, he has a horribly racist letter from like a Rams player.
Okay.
And it's like, you room with a fucking nigger, you fucking piece of shit, you're worthless. And he's reading it to Gale. Gale doesn't care at all.
Right.
And Gale, like at the end of it, Gale goes, "Is that all they say?" He's like, "Yep." He's like, "All right." Cut to the game. He goes off on these, like the real footage of him going off on the Rams.
Well, you
bro.
deserve it, Rams.
Oh, Rams, you deserve a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care
And-
about you. I don't
yeah.
like them.
You like ever?
I loved them when Darren was there.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
You
hard
like
when they were
the greatest show on turf Rams?
Oh, of course. Who didn't love that Rams?
Yeah, those Rams were awesome.
I'm talking about these Rams.
Yeah.
Since they've been in LA, they can suck my dick, dog.
Yeah, they haven't been.
How do you feel about
They
them?
haven't been likable.
Yeah, you
That's
like
the
them?
thing. No.
Yeah, I don't like them at all.
No.
I'll cheer for the LA Chargers before I cheer for the LA Rams, dude. Fuck them. And they suck too.
Yeah. Well, wait. Why do you like the? Well, I don't like the Rams because they're in the division. But why do you dislike the Rams that much?
I don't like that they moved, and I don't like their vibe about it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
like the energy. I don't like their fans. It's all bullshit.
Yeah. Well, there's no. It's just don't move a football team to LA. It's like it's already a huge Lakers town, already a huge Dodgers town, and then everyone else just
And like die hard those things.
Yeah, die hard those things, and then everyone else is from another place. So unless you win like 12 Super Bowls, no one in LA is gonna give a fuck.
Which is what the Lakers had to do.
Yeah, yeah.
They had to win 1 million championships where people were like, "Oh no, this is my team."
Yeah. So it's like,
Have the Dodgers won World Series?
yeah, it's been
How
a
many?
long time.
I know it's been a long time, but I meant like in the grand scheme.
Yes. They had like a decade where they won a bunch.
Oh, where they
in
just
the
went
50s
off?
and 60s. Where they had
Okay.
Koufax and
Oh,
Drysdale.
around this time, I guess.
Yeah, around this time, the Dodgers are a good team.
Okay.
Yeah, but they haven't won one.
This is what like the people in LA. This is where like like I'm sure this is where just diehard fans came, and then it bled into the children.
Right.
Because that's how it goes.
That and like the Dodgers are always in the playoffs too, so they're always like someone to root for, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true.
The-
Because in my whole life,
Yeah, the Rams have had the last 2 years in the playoffs, and then last year they
I was rooting
weren't.
against them. They sucked last year.
Yeah,
but even when they're in the playoffs, I was always rooting against them.
I was rooting
I
for
never
them
rooted
against
for
the
'em.
Patriots.
Huh?
I rooted for them against the
Oh,
Patriots.
I never root against Tom Brady, but that could have been anybody though.
Yeah.
that could have been literally anybody. I was gonna root for Tom Brady, but the Rams can suck a dick.
Fair. I don't have any arguments.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah, Rams. Fuck the Rams.
So, well, in this movie, definitely. So, Gail has to give a speech, right, for he gets into the Hall of Fame for Kansas,
Okay.
like Kansas football,
Okay.
the college.
Yeah.
And Piccolo works on his speech with him, right, and all the families go, and he gets the award. Everybody goes crazy, and then he gets up there to speak, and he just freezes, and he doesn't say anything, and he just goes, and for a long time, and he's like, "Thank you," and he walks off. Everybody still goes crazy.
Yeah.
It's Gale Sayers.
It's Gale Sayers. He doesn't talk. He does the thing that he doesn't. He does the thing he does.
That he does.
Yeah.
And at the table, they're all like laughing at him, like, "Oh, this fucking guy.
This
He's
guy,
always
yeah.
like this." So they start the next season.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next season starts. Brian Piccolo is in way better shape.
Okay.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's better.
Okay.
All right. He's happy to see Gale. They're clearly like right when Gale shows up late to like training again, he's like a couple weeks late again.
Right.
But he's just a superstar.
Yeah. So he kind of can do what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're talking about how good Brian looks in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like the coaches, everybody.
Right.
After practice, well, it shows like the practice, like after the walkthrough Saturday, they post the lineups for the starters on Sunday. Piccolo's still not on it.
Ooh.
All right. And it bothers him, but he's still cool about it. That's what makes you like him.
Okay.
It hits him, and then he's like, and then he looks at Gale, he's like, "Let's go get some pizza or some shit." And Gale's like it bothers Gale, but he's like, "Man,
Yeah.
this is my boy right here." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, damn, it sucks. Like, this guy's got a good attitude about this shit. Cut to the
Rudy-esque.
Yep, they're playing your boys again.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing your 9-9s.
Uh.
We see the Bears get a pick. They get an INT.
Okay.
28 toss on 3 to Gale, right? He takes off. They show the actual footage. He takes off around the right. Huge hit. Ah! Like we see the actual hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you see footage of like Billy D on the ground holding his knee.
Oh, is he injured it right there?
The Bears are like whole stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we see shots of the real Gale Sayers being carted off the field on a stretcher.
Do you only play one season?
So he gets back from the hospital,
Okay.
right? And he doesn't want any help. He's
Okay.
got crutches, his legs all huge
Fucked
cast.
up. Yeah.
And, he's angry. Obviously. He's
Right.
fucking angry, and he's depressed. Like, the depression anger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just all over. I hate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's rude to his wife a little bit. Throws his crutches on the ground. He's sitting there, and his wife leaves him. And then he hears someone downstairs in the basement. He hears someone singing the Wake Forest song.
Right.
He's like, what the fuck? He hobbles down there, and then you see Piccolo. "That's you, Magic?" That's what he calls him. He calls him Magic.
Okay.
And he's like, "What are you doing down here, Brian?" And he comes down, he hobbles down. And he's like, "I'm building you this." He's like, "What the hell is that?" And it's like a prototype for like a leg press.
He's helping him rehab.
And he's like, "What's that for?" He's like, "I'm getting your knee back." And he's like, "Man, I don't," he kind of like brushed it off. He's like, "Look, man, it's not going to be an easy thing, but if you're afraid, that's understandable." And Gale says, like, "I'm not afraid. I'm not." And he heads back upstairs real mad.
Right.
Right? And then Piccolo follows him, and he's like, "Man, you ought to be, Gale." He's like, it's coming back from this is going to be damn near impossible. It's going to be a scary thing to do. Right? And Gale's like, I'm not afraid. I'm just tired of being bugged by my fucking wife and you and all the fans and everybody. It's just, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot of pressure, but when you're a superstar at that level, I can't
Right.
imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Just the weight, you feel like the weight of the city's on you. It's like you're supposed to bring them out like to glory.
Yeah.
Everybody tells you this.
And then you immediately get injured like second year. Oof.
So, right, he's going off, and then Piccolo goes, "You dumb jackass." He looks at him. He's like, "Man, let me tell you something, Gil. When I was in high school, I was one of the best running backs in the state. Did you know that? One of the best in the whole state. Unfortunately, the best running back in the state went to the same high school as me."
Damn. He's just in that situation constantly.
bro, this dude's story is fucking awesome. That guy, he said, and rightfully so. He said he's one of the best running backs. He was one of the best running backs I'd ever seen. Went on to play at Auburn, full ride, all that stuff. I had to go to Wake Forest. Nothing wrong with that. Nice school. I love Wake Forest, but it ain't no Auburn. I know that. I mean, even still today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Auburn, bro. We talking about SEC. I mean, though, if I told you I played D1 football at Wake Forest, you would be like,
that's intense.
Derek plays some
real football.
Yeah. Wake Forest, nigga.
Yeah.
ACC, that means you play Florida State and Miami every year and shit. Like, goddamn. But I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. He said, so you know what I did there, Gail? I worked my tail off at Wake Forest. I worked my fucking tail off every year and finally got to play my senior year. And I led the nation in rushing and scoring. The entire nation.
Fucking nuts.
In rushing and scoring. Me. I still had to look for a pro team, find where I was going to try and make it. I picked the Bears. And who else comes but the great Gale Sayers, the Kansas Comet. I'm number 2 again. And Gale's just looking at him like, damn, you're like, I've never even thought about it from your side.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, old buddy, guess what? I'm the number 1 running back for the Bears now. Me. But it's for all the wrong reasons. That's why you have to come back 100. Or people are always going to tell me I got lucky and I got the job off this and that and because you got look at your son.
Damn.
He's like, I don't want that. He's like, you have to be back at your best. Not 1 second slower, not 1 degree weaker. He's like, if you don't do that, what's it for? He's like, I'm going to work my ass off to make sure you come back 100. And I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me.
Damn. What a badass.
Bruh.
What a badass.
Bruh. And then he's listening. Like Gail's listening. Cut to, you see Gail now he's walking with a cane.
Right.
Off the crutch, he's got a cane. And he's listening to the game on the radio. And Piccolo's having a huge game. Like 150 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns.
Fuck yeah.
Going off,
Yeah.
And that shit, not in like a hater way, but he looks at his cane and he throws it on the ground and he gets to fucking work.
Right.
Because he's a competitor, man.
Yeah.
He's like,
that's my job.
that's my fucking job, dog. And I love, cause on some friends, but that's my boy and I'm proud of him, obviously.
That's my job.
But I'm the fucking running back for the motherfucking Bears, dog. I'm the fucking running back for the Bears. So he starts working on his running. He's doing leg lifts every day. And we see Piccolo there every day pushing him.
Right.
Pushing his boy, bro. And it's killing him. And he's like, I'm done. Nope, you're going to do 5 more. Oh, come on, man. 5 more. 5 more. And he makes him do 5 more. And then he can't do it. Like, he gets to 3 and he can't. And he's like, you fucking chicken nigger. And then Gale goes, you call me a nigger? And he starts laughing.
Yeah.
He goes, what was that supposed to do? Motivate me?
Yeah.
And then Piccolo's like, I don't know. I had to try something. And then he started laughing. And bro, they start laughing about it. I can't believe people get mad at that word. And they're screaming, laughing about it.
That's awesome.
Screaming, laughing how stupid that word is.
Yeah.
What a scene in 1971, though, for a movie.
Right. Well, it's
way ahead of its time.
Very forward thinking.
That's what I was like, that's a way ahead of its time for that joke to be cool and for them to be like, hey, bro, how funny is that?
Yeah. That I also have funny is that I was like, maybe this will motivate you.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I can't believe you think, but not to be mad, oh, you idiot, because you're not saying it you're trying to do it to get me to do a couple more reps, and that's crazy.
Yeah. It's all about context, isn't it?
All about context, bro. So we see the next day, we see him running, and they're fucking running, they're getting after it. And Gale can sprint now. Mm-hmm. He's fucking running, he's sprinting, and they're busting their ass working out together. And while they're running, Gale fall, a hard fall.
Right.
On concrete.
Right.
Boom, busts his knee, rolls around, and then Piccolo kind of looks at him nervous, and then Gale kind of looks at his knee and gets up. And then they finish the sprint, and Gale beats him.
Yeah.
And Gale's like, damn.
Not
Piccolo goes, you're healthy, Gale. You're healthy.
Damn.
And then Gale smiles real big, and he goes, yep. Because he landed but he fought, also I was like, oh, wow, that's funny. It must have.
That must have been scary as shit.
I'm sure also I wonder if that really, I'd love to know what Gale Sayers 100% all the way what happened.
Or if that was just a movie way of showing.
Showing that he can handle getting hit again.
Yeah,
or
it kind of seems like a movie way.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, man, I wonder.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff was for sure real.
Yeah, I feel like I would hope that, I mean, it's the 60s, so who knows? I would hope there was a doctor involved in the you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, for sure.
Yeah.
The way the coaching staff and the staff and everybody treats him, it's they treat him like how star players treated now. So I doubt.
Yeah, I doubt they were like, what? You said you fell on your knee? You're back in, buddy.
Yeah, because this is still their $1 million item.
Yeah.
In the 60s. He's $1 million entity. It's a big fucking problem. So back next year, we got next year training camp. They're
Right.
getting after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gale and Piccolo are still rooming together. We see Coach Hallis come in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I want to talk to you both. He looks at Gale. He's like, Gale, you looking good. How's that knee feeling? I'm like, strong, Coach. Feeling good. He's like, all right, that's good. And then he's like, what do you want to talk to us about? And he goes, well, I've been very impressed with a certain someone and how they've been playing, in training camp this year and how they've been looking, leading up to this season. And then Piccolo goes, yeah, we all know Gale Sayers, Coach. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We know he's the best. And he goes, not talking about him. I'm talking about you, boy. And Piccolo's like, I'm making you my number one fullback.
Damn. So now they're playing on the line together.
And so Gale's like, oh, me and Pick starting backfield. Let's go, baby.
That's
and he like
good for him. He
has
worked
him up.
so hard.
He worked so hard,
He worked
bro.
so hard.
Worked
Damn.
so hard. And I love the James kind of kills this. Doesn't say anything. He's just like he can't talk.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Coach, we finally found a way to shut this guy up. And him and Coach Allen start laughing. And he's just like,
Yeah.
he can't even believe it, bro. Starting for the Bears, bro. That shit.
Yeah. That's
From high school to that, like especially from your story, you're
just
like
following your dream and
I busted my ass.
and you're playing for a historical franchise.
And you fucking and you got a superstar runner. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I can be blocking like
I could be blocking for the best.
and we can be
great.
We can be fucking legendary.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would be like. Oh fuck, dude, let's go,
Let's
bro,
do this,
let's
yeah.
go. So cut to we see the first game they're playing the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
They kick ass. We see Gale, real footage. That's how you
Right.
know it's like, damn, this really happened. Bust a super long run on him. We see Piccolo bust a long touchdown run, like a short touchdown run on him. We see Piccolo cut to touchdown pass.
Damn.
Oh, they're dominant. They're killing the Steelers, bro.
Yeah.
Couple games go by. Time goes by.
Mm-hmm.
We see him doing weigh-ins before one of the games, like before one of the like practice. They're weighing because they're
Right.
obviously checking all their weights.
Right.
Piccolo's down. The assistant coach goes, Piccolo, you're down another pound today, because they weigh him every day.
Right.
You're down another pound. And he's like, man, you can be the smallest fullback in the league, man. You keep going like this. And he's like, Piccolo cracks a couple jokes, and he's like, oh, whatever, don't worry about it. And he walks off.
Right.
Gale's next, and he weighs Gale, and the coach goes, hey, your boys lost like 10 pounds in like last like week and a half. Like, or something like that.
Right.
Where it's like, something where you're like,
Something's off.
that's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he goes, and he clocked like a couple, like a decimal or two slower in his 40, like since the last time we 40'd him.
Right.
Like he's looking sluggish, and Gale's like, oh, coach, sometimes players, he's looking at it like, hey man, it's a slump.
Right.
He's just going, he'll bounce back. You never know.
Right.
Like he's Piccolo. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
We all know he's like, also he's going like, we all know what kind of guy he is. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Damn. Thus begins the sickness. The
How you feeling?
sickness
You
has
ready for this?
come. I mean, no, but yeah.
So in the next game, we see Piccolo having a bad game. Real footage.
Yeah.
He's having a bad game. All right. And they're playing the Rams
Okay.
again. All right. And we see the real Gale Sayers makes a crazy run, bro. I mean, this run's insane. Really awesome run. And then, like, the real footage of him making this crazy run, and then you see cut to the movie of them, the film, like, the footage they got from, like, them on the sideline.
Right.
And it's Gale running back to the sideline, and he comes up to Piccolo, and he's like, yo, that was a great block, man. Because you see Piccolo make a great block on the run.
Right.
And Piccolo's coughing like crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I can't fucking breathe. Like he's like, the pollen in the stadiums must be crazy or something. I don't know what it is. And Gale's just kind of noticing.
Right.
And he goes, why don't you go see the doctor, like Dr. Fox, after the game? And he's like, I already did. I saw him, like the other day, and they checked me for all the like, I don't have any allergies. I'm good. Gale's like, okay.
Yes, but something's up.
Yeah, like, dude, like, all right, you're coughing, man.
Yeah.
During the game, I mean, that was a great block. Thank you.
Yeah, but something's up.
So, cut to we see our boy Gale sitting in the whirlpool bath.
Right.
All right. And they win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But Coach Hallis comes over and he looks like sad. And he's like, Coach, we just won. Why are you looking like that? That's what Gale Sayers says. He goes, Gale, I'm sending Brian back to Chicago. Because they got like they're like on the road and they got like 2 more road games before they're back home anyway. So he's like, I'm sending them home now.
Right. Something's wrong.
Coach Hallis is like, and he's like, why? And he's like, I have a policy, son. I don't care who you are, how much I love you. The best play. Best players play. The players who are ready to play, no exceptions.
Right.
I mean, he's keeping it real with him, like, hey, man,
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So
he's like,
they don't quite know how sick he is yet.
yeah, they don't know. They just know something's off, and he's like,
Right.
But hold on, I'll tell you. Because Piccolo's like, he goes, Piccolo's always in shape. Coach Hallis goes, Piccolo is never not in shape, and he always gives 100, and he's not doing right now, and it really worries me. That's why I'm sending him home.
Okay, so he's worried.
So Coach Hallis is like, it's not like he's just like, oh, he's not performing. It's
No,
like, yeah, he's not performing.
But something's up.
Something's up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried about my guy. I like him too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, maybe something. He's like, I'm hoping it's nothing serious. I'm hoping maybe it's something emotional with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something at home with the family stuff. You know, and he can get through it.
Right.
And it's just, but right now he needs to go home and deal
Right.
with whatever's going on. And Gail's like, man, no way. Brian's, he's strong-minded. Whoop, whoop, it's going to be fine. And then the coach is like, all right, I understand that, but I'm sending him home. And Gail's like, he does like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
So he goes up to the room. Piccolo's packing up, obviously. He's mad as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's hot, obviously.
Right, as you would be.
Because, I'm sure you feel a little sick, but you're like, I can still play? What the fuck?
Right.
So Gail's saying how, hey, man, they just want you to see another doctor. And Piccolo's like, I just saw him. And he's like, they said it wasn't allergies. And then the doctor, he's like, well, what else did they say? And he's like, well, then the doctor said, well, maybe it might be this virus. Maybe it's staph infection. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. So we need to run all these tests. And I was like, man, I don't have time for that shit. I got to play. He basically was like, hey, something's going on. And Piccolo was like,
who cares? Yeah.
Athlete, warrior, the kind
Right.
of shit you love, one on your team.
Right.
So, and then he's like, hey, man, because he's going off on coach and the doctor, right?
Right.
And he's like, Gail's like, Pick, coach loves you. Like, man, he is just trying to help you out on this one.
Right.
Like, if he didn't love you, you would just still be starting.
Right. Or he would just not send you home. He would just send you home without saying anything.
Yeah, just cut you.
Yeah, they're telling you that like you got to get something checked
Yeah, because
out.
they're not cutting you. They're just
No.
like, hey, man,
Like there's something going on.
something, you're losing weight.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of, if for a guy at your rate, the way
Yeah.
we eat, the way you work out, you should not be losing weight like
yeah,
this.
10 pounds in a couple weeks. That means something's up.
When you're not trying to cut weight. You're not like a
Yeah.
boxer trying to cut weight.
Yeah.
So, he's like, you're right. He gets sent home. The next game, they're playing the Ravens. So he goes and he sees the doctor, right?
Right.
So they show the old Memorial Stadium too. It's cool. Like, damn, that's the old Ravens
Damn.
Stadium.
Wild.
And they asked right then before the game. Gail's already in uniforms. This is right before the game.
Right.
The coaches get a call. They're like, we got to tell him. They asked Gail to come in the office.
Right.
Gail comes in. What's up, coach? We just got a call from the hospital. Gail, Brian Piccolo has cancer. Gail's like, what? What?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, they're scheduling an operation for tomorrow morning. And he's like, Gail's like, for what? And he's like, they have to remove a part of his lung, Gail. And that shit, I mean, he like it
hurts
bullet
him.
to the chest.
Yeah, it
you know what I
hurts him.
mean?
It hurts
It's his
him.
best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's like, they're like, we got to go tell we're sorry. We wanted to tell you first.
Yeah.
'Cause we know that's your boy.
Yeah.
Y'all are bro. Like, y'all been through everything. Y'all are the first interracial roommates.
Yeah.
Y'all are bonded like on another level.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes like, well, we'll go tell the team. And then Gail's like, no, I'm gonna tell the team. Like, are you sure? Yeah. So he goes out and they're like, Coach House, like, attention, fellas. Gail's got something to say.
Oh,
They all
man.
gather up. He said, I know,
Oh,
buddy. I'm
man.
sorry. I told you. Also, when you see this movie, you're going to cry like a bitch because you see it, and that's just, I couldn't stop. I
yeah.
couldn't stop. So Gail's like, you all know that we have a tradition where we hand out a game ball after every game to the outstanding player in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to change that for this one. We just got word that our teammate, Brian Piccolo, is very, very sick. And right now, it looks like he's never going to play football again. I think we should dedicate ourselves this game to give our maximum effort to win and give the game ball to Pick. And we'll all sign it, and we'll take it to the and he breaks down. He can't say it. The scene ends. That's how that scene ends. Great choice by the director.
God damn.
So at the hospital, we see Piccolo. He's holding up the newspaper from the game.
Right.
They lost to the Ravens by 3.
Oh.
And he's like, you can't dedicate the game to somebody if you're not going to win. and all the team is in there. They're all laughing like, oh, shut up, Pick, man.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you should have seen he gave this big old speech and we lost. Like, they're like cracking jokes, which is so funny,
That's
bro. Like,
really
oh, we
funny.
lost a close game, too.
To a dying friend.
Oh, God, to the fucking Ravens. Fuck.
Oh, wow. The
So,
Colts.
Colts. Well, no, the Ravens.
Not the Ravens. They don't become the Ravens until the 1990s.
It says Memorial Stadium and the Ravens on it. Oh, you're right. It says Colts on it.
Yeah, it has
I
to say
wanted to pay
Colts.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
It said Baltimore.
Yeah. And yeah.
It said Memorial Stadium, Baltimore, and then it said Colts. I just saw Ravens.
Yeah, because it's Baltimore. But yeah,
Damn,
definitely the Colts.
you're right. My brain didn't even let the other words sink in.
Yeah, this is the Johnny Unitas
United's Colts. So they were. Oh, they were that.
They're a good team.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly the Bears were good too. They had
Yeah.
Gale Sayers. So, the team's there and they bring him pizza, right? And he's eating pizza and they're all laughing. And then the nurse comes in and she's like, "What? Yo, what are y'all doing? Feeding
Right.
pizza? Get the hell out of here, right?" Because
Right.
there's a bunch of NFL players, right?
Right.
She kicks them all out. And when she kicks them all out, Pitt goes, "Oh, hey, Gail, real quick. There's a little girl downstairs who I met. She's also here for cancer and has an operation. Can you go downstairs and sign an autograph?" I told her I knew you because she's a huge Bears fan and she's
Yeah.
your favorite player. And I told her I knew you and I get her her autograph. So
Right.
can you do that? And Gail's like,
Hell yeah.
"Of course,
Hell
brother,
yeah.
I got you."
Yeah.
So the wife goes, I know where she is. They go down to find her and they go, "Hey, nurse, we're looking for a little girl named like whatever, like Paul or something. She's a huge fan of this gentleman right here and we were hoping to get her an autograph." And the nurse goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. She's not with us anymore." And the wife is like, "Oh, well, that's fine. Just give me the home address and we can go there." And then the nurse is like, "Oh, ma'am, she died this morning." And that shit fucks the wife, like, because I think it hits her.
That like she has the same thing that
Yes.
my husband does.
Yes.
This is a young kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck.
Not a star athlete,
Yeah.
you know. Cut to the next game. We see they're playing the Rams again,
Okay.
and Gail takes a kick return to the house. Like
They really fucked the Rams up in this movie.
Oh, they show. I mean, Gale Sayers, dude, that was your Derrick Henry Jaguars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you
It was like, oh, you
fuck
just
the Rams
fuck
up.
them every time
yeah.
you see them.
Yeah.
Also, they sent him that racist letter. It's like, oh, bro, every time y'all get it every time.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all gonna get it every time, bro. The kick return's also when you see it, it's like, oh damn, it was hard.
Okay.
What's better than a good kick return back to the house?
Good kick return is fun. Always fun.
And then we see footage of him tearing up the Cardinals.
Right.
Tearing up were they the Arizona Cardinals back then? Because they're the
They
Cardinals.
might have been the St. Louis Cardinals.
They had to be the St. Louis Cardinals. You're right,
Yeah.
because they were the LA Rams.
Yeah. It's probably
Yeah.
the St. Louis Cardinals
St.
at
Louis
the time.
Cardinals, yeah.
Or
So-
they could have been in Phoenix, but I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. 60s?
60s? Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
Someone does.
Someone does. Someone who gives a fuck about the Cardinals. Talk about a team that just has never mattered.
You are so
Just
mean.
has never
What
mattered.
about the fucking Kurt Warner Fitzgerald run?
Yeah. You had like 2 good years. I mean,
That was a great Super Bowl.
one of the best Super Bowls, actually. But you had a couple good runs, but you've just never. What, last time you won a championship was 1940?
Yeah.
You haven't fielded consistently good teams ever.
Oof.
You have maybe 2 years on, and then 2 years off, and then 2 years on, and then 2 years off, and then
You are mean today.
I'm just being honest. Who the fuck cares? Cut to by this time, Darren's like a
Cardinal, and you have Cardinal gear on?
Yeah, I'm like, and this episode comes out, I'm like, oh,
Brought
fuck.
to you by the Arizona
The
Cardinals.
Yeah. Our favorite team.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Though we did talk this year that if there is football, if it ever exists again, the Cardinals might have a good team this year.
Cardinals might have a good team.
We
They're
talked about that. They might be a sleeper.
The NFC West is possibly the best division in the NFL, top to bottom.
Yeah, I could agree. Him getting DeAndre Hopkins is huge.
Amazing for nothing.
For nothing. They got him for I think it was a washing machine.
Yeah. I heard NFL GMs around the league were like, "What the fuck? If we had known DeAndre was open for business, we would have given way more than the dead legs of David Johnson."
Oh man, the Texans coach sucks ass. So sorry, Deshaun.
Texans coach / GM.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Deshaun.
Yeah.
You have a legit franchise quarterback, man. This guy is the real deal.
And it's gonna be wasted with Bill O'Brien.
I know. Poor guy.
Oopsie.
He'll go somewhere else though, and he'll figure it out.
Hopefully.
That's what a lot of times happens when quarterbacks in that situation.
Yeah.
He'll go somewhere, and I'm not saying he'll win a Super Bowl, but he'll go somewhere else and have a great
With a better
team.
coach, yeah.
And have some great teams where he'll get close, or he will. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it ain't gonna be with old Bill O'Brien.
Oof.
It just ain't. Do you think
not.
he'll ever
No.
get past the first round of the playoffs?
I mean, they got to the second round this year, but that's on.
You're right.
On Deshaun Jackson's
that was on
back.
on Deshaun Watson's back. It
David
was
Jackson. Yeah.
and Hop.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the threat of him just being on the field when he's on the field now, the threat of him.
Yeah. It's
Oh my God.
Now who are the wide receivers for the Texans?
I don't. They got what's his name?
Will Fuller is good, but he's always hurt.
He's good. And
always
they have
hurt.
another guy who's good too. Not like great. I mean, DeAndre
Kenny
Hopkins.
Stills.
King Stills. He's
Yeah.
good. He's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But I mean, DeAndre Hopkins it goes. I
Is
mean,
the
top three.
Yeah.
There's 3 guys. We all know the 3 guys: Thomas, Julio, and him.
Yeah.
And however you want to fucking rank them, it's kind of what your preference is. But all 3 are fucking
perfect at receiver.
Right.
And you
just
gave him away for nothing.
Did you say a pair of dead legs?
I swear, yeah, David Johnson's dead legs. People are high on him. I'm not high on him.
He's not DeAndre Hopkins, regardless whether you're high on him or not.
No,
he ain't not worth that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
one of the best receivers in the game. Like consistently too, not just for 1 year.
A rising star quarterback, just
a rising star quarterback.
Makes no sense.
Their connection was only going to get better.
Yeah. And this frees up. What the scary part is, like, Larry Fitzgerald is still a good receiver.
Dude, Larry's great still.
Yeah, and now he's not the number one option. Do you know how much better that's going to make Larry Fitzgerald?
How much wider is the field now for Kyler Murray?
It's insane because now if you're double teaming DeAndre Hopkins, you have to deal with Larry Fitzgerald in single coverage.
And then they picked up some defensive pieces too.
Oh, Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, they're a slept-on team.
They're a good team.
Well, sleeper. We don't know yet. Also, we don't know if the NFL exists anymore.
That's fair. That's true. They can be a good team.
Well, by the time this episode's out, it'll be time for it to be starting. It'll be September 15th when this
week 1 is September 13th.
Oh yeah, this comes out week 1. That's crazy.
Oh wow.
This comes out week 1.
Good timing.
Wow, great timing.
Yeah.
Football, is it back?
Possibly.
You know, we don't.
We don't. Yeah. Or did season 1, week 1 happen and it turns out it was a complete disaster?
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Like, guys, the Rams don't exist because of the earthquake. And
yeah.
we're like,
oh, wow.
What is really going on?
Yeah, thank God we got out of there.
But we lost the Bron.
Oh, wow.
That would make me sad.
No, Bron would be in the bubble.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They'd be in the thick. They'd be in the
yeah,
fucking.
we're talking about
unless he gets sent home.
Second round, probably second.
Unless he's sent home.
I don't think so. I don't think in the first round he'll be sent home.
Okay, you're right. I agree as well. Mm-hmm. Somebody was one of them top teams getting sent home early. One of them is getting sent.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess it's whoever's playing the Nets or the Suns. Because those teams are scary.
Yeah, Suns fucking killing it right now. 6-0, 7-0 in the bubble right now.
7-0.
Jesus.
Nets have only lost 1 game.
Right.
They're 6-1, and then Portland also. I mean, Dame dropped 61 last night.
That's where we're at in time.
So the Portland's also. It's going to be Portland versus the Suns in the play-in game, and that's going to be amazing.
That's
because my Grizzlies got to play the Bucks tonight, and they just. Luckily the Bucks won't be playing their starters.
Right. Well, Giannis is. I don't know how long he's going to be suspended for.
Oh yeah, he headbutted a guy.
Yeah. Hilarious. Very European thing to do.
Yeah, he has a temper. I like that about him.
Yeah.
But it helps. It does. It fucks the Suns and or the Blazers. It helps because my Grizzlies shouldn't be in it because they're just fucked and they're just limping on one leg. But they do have a young star who can get them this win tonight. And then now we're in the play-in game.
Yeah, we'll see. Are they playing tonight?
They're playing
tomorrow. I think all 4 teams are playing tomorrow. All 4 teams vying.
There's
for
other 4 games in it because there's games tonight.
Yeah. There's another 4 games tonight. But yeah, I think
those games must matter.
San Antonio, Portland, Memphis, and the Suns all play tomorrow. And those are all the 4 teams vying for the last 2 spots.
Yeah, that's important games.
It's gonna be that's tomorrow's gonna be a nuts day of basketball.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. But you guys already know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, Piccolo and his wife. Remember we're watching this movie?
Yes.
Piccolo and his wife.
Yeah.
Are watching the game, Gale Sayers game, and he's killing, and they're like, man, nothing wrong with that, knee. Like, god damn, this dude's killing it. And then the wife's like, well, congrats to Dr. Piccolo. Like, because it is, like, he is a part of the reason.
Yeah.
And then he looks at his wife and he goes like, I think I'm gonna have a tough time being a running back again. I think those days might be done for me. And his wife's kind of looking at him. He's like, but I've been thinking, and this is why I love this dude, bro. He's like, I've been thinking, maybe a kicker. And she's like, what? He's like, well, I don't know. I was thinking maybe kicking something you can like teach yourself. And the wife's like, you can't be worried about playing football no more. And this, that, you aren't you worried about what's about to happen in your surgery? And like all like the stuff that's impending. And then this nigga says, I know, honey. I know that stuff coming. I know it's bad, but it's not going to stop me. I can't let it. I won't let it. I still got way too much to do here.
Oof.
And the wife just starts crying.
Yeah.
But this nigga, bro, you got to love that, bro.
It's good attitude.
I say, what you mean? Like, what? Like, also, it's like, of course I know it's bad, but what am I supposed to do? Not think I'm gonna play football? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I gotta think that I'm gonna keep living and figure out the next thing.
Life's hard. Life sucks.
It can, bro. It's also great too. So Piccolo watches another game, and we see Gale drop a pass, like actual
Okay.
Gale Sayers drop a pass.
Right.
And he calls him, like they're on the phone with each other that night, and Piccolo's going up, man, how the hell did you drop that ball? What the, what were you thinking? And he's like, actually, Gale Sayers goes, actually, as the ball was in the air, I thought, man, what would Brian Piccolo do right now? That's why I dropped it. Piccolo starts laughing.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
Yo, that is like, oh, bro, you gonna come at me? Fuck it, I'm gonna make it about you then, bitch. And then he's like, how you doing, buddy? He's like, oh, I'm hanging in there, Magic. I'm hanging in. He's like, just doing what they say. And he's like, oh, good, man. He's like, well, hey, can you do me a favor, though, Gale? He's like, what? He's like, can you call Joy, call my wife? He goes, yeah. He's like, she left here really down today, like real down. It made me nervous. If you can call her, it'd mean a lot to me. He's like, I got you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. So right then, literally as he hangs up, his wife calls, like Piccolo's wife calls him. And she's like, I know it's late. Can you and your wife come see me? Come talk.
Right.
And he's like, of course, anything for you. So him and his wife drive over to her house.
Right.
All right. And then she's like, I'm so sorry to do this in the middle of the night. And they're like, stop. It's fine. What's up? And she's crying. And she's like, they found more of the tumor. And then she's like, they told me this morning that they have to operate again tomorrow morning. Like operating again tomorrow morning. I wanted to tell him, but I just couldn't do it. And she starts crying. She's like, I just couldn't do it, Gale. I couldn't do it. She's like, because I don't know if he's going to be able to take this. And if he can't take it, I know I can't take it. I can't handle it. And then she said, the doctor's going to tell him in the morning. I asked you, I called you over because can you be there for him, Gale? Can you just be there when he gets the news? And Gale's like, I'll be there. So we see Gale and Piccolo, and they're in the doctor's office, in the hospital, and they're playing like a little board. It's like a board football game.
Okay.
Like a board game, but with football. You know what I mean? Like old school.
I know exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And right then, the lawyer for the hospital comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, hey, Mr. Piccolo, how you doing? If I can just get you to sign this. And Piccolo's like, what am I signing? What is this? Sign what? And he's like, this is for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Haven't you already talked to the doctor? And Gale's like, Yeah. And Piccolo's, no, I haven't talked to the doctor. What is this for? And now that guy also realizes, like, oh, fuck. Like, miscommunication. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. And then right then, Piccolo realizes, like, oh, they both look
somber. Something's up.
And he goes, talk to me, Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gale says, like, look, man, the tests show there's more tumor than they thought. And they have to operate again tomorrow. Like, they have to. And they're like, can you, like, they ask him to sign it, right? And he's like, Piccolo's like, man, get the hell out of from me. Like, not to Gale, but to the dude. Like, get the hell out of my room, man. Right. He's like, we need you to sign this. He's like, get the hell out of here, man. And then Gale goes up to him, and to the guy. He's like, come, give him
give him some. Yeah, we broke the news to him, not a doctor.
Just give him a second. Let him breathe. Obviously, he's not gonna sign anything right now because he's fucking. The world's ending.
Yeah. Like literally for him. Oof.
Also, man, James Caan can act, bro.
Yeah.
Both Billy and Billy D, bro. I get why their careers went
where they
were. Yeah, because these niggas can act. So, Gale, like the doctor asks, he's like, doctor looks at Gale. He's like, can you talk to him? We got to get him to sign this. And Gale goes, let me talk to you. And they go outside the room, and he's like, he explains to the doctor, I love this, how an athlete's mind and body work as one thing.
Okay.
And like, you got to understand this. Like, this dude's whole life has been preparing his mind for the things his body can do. Like, all week you prepare your mind, your body, you prepare your mind. And then, so that way when you go out there on game day, it's your body, it's second nature. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, you want him to go to this surgery right now, and he hasn't prepared his mind. He ain't going to make it. Mm-hmm. Like, let him get his mind right. Like, you know what I mean? Basically, like, give him let him get his mind right so he's in a positive place when he's going in there. Right. Instead of him going in nervous and scared. You know what I feel him like, I feel him. It's just like, bro, it's like, this is my best friend, man. I'm just trying to give him the best chance he got. Right.
He's trying to make it so he can get out of this alive or doing the best he can.
Yep. So the guy goes, okay, I'll give him until like Monday morning. And Gale's like, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So time passes. Cut back to he goes into Piccolo and he tells him, like, hey, they're gonna give you time. He's like, thank you, Gale. Like, I got you, brother. Right. Cut to the surgery. All right. And they go, Mr. Piccolo, we're putting you to sleep now. Like, he's laying up on the bed looking at the surgery lights. Right. And you hear James Caan go, man, that's like the last thing you want to hear before you go to bed. And he goes, like it is like the last, like, damn, bro. Cut to Gale Sayers at a huge banquet, winning a big award.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's still killing it.
Right.
And he goes, he gets the award, and he goes, I'd like to say a few words about a friend of mine, Mr. Brian Piccolo, who has the real heart of a giant and a rare form of courage because his opponent is cancer. But Brian Piccolo has a mental attitude that makes me proud to be his friend. You all flatter me by giving me this award, but I say Brian Piccolo is the real man of courage who deserves this award. I love Brian Piccolo. And he starts crying. Like, I really love him. Like all of you too who love him. So I ask you tonight, please hit your knees and ask God to love him as well. And then he sits down and it's silence in the whole banquet. Nobody says anything. Claps. Just everybody just lets it sit.
Right.
You know? Cut to Piccolo. You see him. He's awake in the hospital after surgery.
Right.
And Gale calls him. And he goes, hey, how are you, Pick? And he's like, I'm hanging in there, man. He's like, I heard about what you did at the banquet. If I were there, I'd kiss you right now, bro. Thank you. I heard about what you said. And then Piccolo, like he says, then Piccolo cracks like a racist joke on him. And then they both laugh. And then he goes, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, all right, I ain't going nowhere. And then right then, Gale, his wife picks up the phone and she goes, make sure you get here. Like, hurry here, Gale. Like, he's not looking great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, this is about to end.
So you see Gale and his wife show up the next day, early in the morning. And one of the assistant coaches who you've seen the whole movie, he's already there and he's all sad.
Right.
And he walks in the room and he's out. Piccolo's out.
Right.
He looks real sick too.
Yeah, real.
And Piccolo's wife whispers in his ear, she's like, honey, Gale's here. And bruh, that nigga holds up his hand like this. He's like, they just hold hands, fool. Nigga, grown man, I'm foof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, no!
Damn.
Life! You suck!
You're so hard.
Why would you do this to everybody?
Yeah.
So they holding hands, bro. And then Gale says, I love this shit. Gale says, how you doing, you racist bigot from head to toe? Like, because he's crying too.
Right.
And, bro, that Piccolo smiles and is like, you better believe it. That's how I was like, that's why this movie, bro, this is real. This is how motherfuckers talk, fool.
When they're like real friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you believe it, because you're like, oh, that's how people talk, bro, and like, for real.
Yeah.
Also, going through what they went through, they're going to say racist stuff to each other because they went through some shit
Yeah.
that people will never understand.
Yeah.
If you wasn't them going through it.
Right.
You know? So.
And he's clearly comfortable with cracking race jokes in front of him, too.
Oh, they're back and forth. They don't.
Yeah.
You can tell it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, whatever. We're fucking real brothers.
We're boys.
Yeah, dude. So he goes, how you doing, Pick? Piccolo says, man, it's 4th and 8, and they won't let me punt, Gale.
Damn. Damn.
And then Gale says, bro, this nigga's crying. He says, well, then go for it, man. I'm trying, Gale.
Oh, damn.
I promise you to God, I'm trying. Bruh, cancer must be a motherfucker, fool. And then Piccolo squeezes his hand tight. And they're just crying, holding hands. The whole time, they're like this. Just holding hands. And Piccolo goes, remember when you got me with the mashed potatoes? He's like, yeah. He smiles. And then Gale goes, you know you deserve that. Bro, that's how I was like, oh, these are friends, fool.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what you say, bro.
Right.
That's what you say to your boy. And then he goes, you deserve that. The way you sang that dumbass fight song. And then Piccolo goes, I'm going to get you back next training camp.
Oh, fuck me.
And then Gale leans forward and he goes, I'll be waiting for you.
Oh, fuck.
And he goes, Gale, I'm feeling a little punk. I'm not going to lie, brother. I think I got to hit some sack. Gale's like, okay, it's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. And then Piccolo goes, if you say so. And then Gale turns and he hugs, and all the wives like hug. And then you see Piccolo's wife go, she kisses him, and as he kind of falls asleep, she just cries on him. Brian Piccolo died of cancer at the age of 26.
Jesus Christ.
Left behind his wife and his 3 daughters.
Jesus Christ.
And lots of friends who think of him often. But when you think of him, think about how he lived. Because, guys, he did live.
Oof.
Brian's song.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, that's going to fuck me up heavy. Oh, wow.
7 hour and 10 minutes. Not an ounce of fat, obviously.
Yeah.
Not an ounce
Jesus
of motherfucking
Christ.
all meat.
Jesus.
No fat.
Christ. It's an
Perfect movie, man.
amazing story.
It's a perfect movie. It's a beautiful. I can't believe that's a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, right? That could have been in the theaters.
Oh, that would have murdered in the theaters.
Yeah,
dude.
Jesus
They would have made
Christ.
so much more money.
Jesus Christ. Because this is for everyone.
This is for
This is for
everyone.
everyone.
This is for everyone. This is. I mean, if you're a sports lover, if you're not a sports, I mean,
Yeah.
Sam was balling this morning too. She's like,
Yeah.
"What is it?" And she's like, "Oh, I've heard of this story." And then, because everybody's heard of this story, this famous like Brian song. He's like, "Oh, it's like a race thing, right?"
Yeah.
And somebody gets sick, and then you see it, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Yeah.
The friendship is what I love. That was my favorite part, man. How they talk to each other. It made it real.
Fuck.
It made whoever wrote this movie had to actually talk to Gail Sayers.
Right,
And it was like, how did you guys talk to each other?
Right.
Like, I felt like I'm sure some of it was
Jesus.
movie vibe, but you feel me on that? Some of it connected too hard, man.
Yeah.
This movie was made in 1971. In 2020, it hit just as hard today.
Yes, 40, 50 years. Is it 50? Yeah, 50 years.
This movie made us both cry.
Yeah.
50 years
nuts.
later.
Fucking nuts.
What'd you think, brother?
Well, I'm going to bawl like a baby today.
That I
That's
know.
what I thought.
What would you think of mine? What do you think of this? Anything?
I'm just like, damn, this is the movie that I've heard about. This is it. And I'm finally gonna see it. This is the movie that people put in their top sports movies.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is a great sports movie too.
Yeah.
It ain't like the sports is bad in it.
No, it's all about sports.
Yeah.
But that's what's crazy about it. It's all about sports, but it's for
It's not,
anybody.
and it's like yeah, it's
It's
also
for
for
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this beautiful story, like true story of like race and like, and it's like, I love how the football's not the main part, the race isn't the main part, and him getting sick isn't the main part, but they're all the main parts.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. It's a beautifully told story very quickly.
Yeah, they sum it up really well.
Yeah. Jesus.
Also, it's cool because they play for the Bears too. It's like, and then you see the real footage, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, the real footage, that's pretty cool.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
it's because it's like, oh,
Because
nigga.
that's for the sports fan.
That's for the sports because it
Yeah.
makes you go, oh yeah, this
happened.
This happened. You can't deny it now because you're like, oh nigga, there's a tape.
Yeah.
And that's literally him and Brian Piccolo, right? No, that's Brian Piccolo blocking for him against the Steelers. That's happening right there.
Crazy.
You know?
Crazy.
Also, man, how cool is Brian's story? Just the way he worked to get to that starting job.
He didn't give up.
That's like the American dream, bro.
That shit is crazy.
In my head, that's like,
He-
oh damn,
he
that
kept
true,
it going. He
that
was
true
like,
American
I believe
dream.
in myself, and I'm gonna make this happen.
I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah,
No matter who's in front of me and how much better they might be and all these things.
I'm gonna make this happen.
It's an awesome movie, brother. I did this one for you. I knew you were gonna love it.
I'm excited. I'm
I knew
excited.
you're gonna love it. Yeah. Beaners, I hope you enjoyed it too, and I hope you
Yeah.
got some tears out of your eye ducts as well.
Yeah, Jesus. This is heavy.
We had fun enough movies in a row. I was like, it's
Yeah.
time for a movie.
This time for whew.
And see, and now we go back to we might go back to having fun,
Yeah.
or maybe who knows,
Yeah.
or maybe I do an even fucking more heavy movie.
Yeah, Jesus. Please don't.
You never know.
Please don't.
Come back in a couple days.
I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
Yeah!